We came to the bank. So now I'm heading to Food for Less because I want to buy a jar of Alfredo sauce. I know I can make that from scratch, but I want to buy the jar. And I'm going to do a spinach artichoke dip today. That's going to go in the slow cooker. And that's going to be the show that's going to go up to the channel either tonight. Y'all know I have to hold this camera when Joe takes off, right? Either tonight or tomorrow. Oh, sometimes, just in case you guys are wondering, sometimes you might see the seatbelt like this. And you might think I don't have my seatbelt on. But when I put the camera on, sometimes the seatbelt kind of chokes me. And I know that's not safe. So I have to stop doing that, okay? Even though I have it on, that's not safe to just have it around my lap. So I'm gonna try really hard to be a good girl. Yeah, so anyways, this is my new shirt that I bought yesterday at Walmart. Huh?
If not, you'll be a dead girl.
I know, Joe says if not, I'm gonna be a dead girl. And then what is he gonna do then? What you wanna do then?
Hold my head and cry.
You gonna hold your head? He's gonna hold his head and cry. You gonna miss me, babe?
Yeah, baby, yeah. I put nothing on me, I just like Robert.
I want you to do that yeah baby, yeah again.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
Over here is where Jory works when he goes to kindercare. So that's all the ingredient that I really need to do the show. We were gonna do a different recipe that didn't call for Alfredo sauce, but I watched a bunch of videos today. That's what I do when I'm gonna create a new recipe. I have an idea as to what I want to do. I have an idea as to how to do it. Then I watch a lot of people do their version, and then I steal different things from what they're doing, and then I put it together like a Frankenstein of a recipe. And so this recipe is gonna be fun. It's gonna be tasty. It's gonna be spicy. It's gonna have jalapenos. Like the kids say. I talked to my brother this morning, the one that lives in Florida. I believe he lives in Lehigh Acres. I keep saying believe because I know at one point he lived in Fort Myers, and I think they're next door to each other. But he's at work still. He says they have the day off tomorrow, Friday, and Monday to deal with the hurricane. And when I asked him if he was ready, okay, hold on, Joe's gonna turn fast. I thought you were gonna do a UE. When I asked my brother if he was ready for the hurricane, he said, my video games are all packed up and everything electronic is charged. And I have a bunch of other extra like chargers to charge off of. So I think I'm ready. I'm like, that's not what I'm asking. Do you have food and supplies and plywood? And do you have a place to go if you have to evacuate? And my brother's such an idiot. I'm gonna pray that he stays safe. I think he's smart enough, you know, to weather a hurricane because we've been through it in Belize. But I worry. And I worry about the rest of you, Tracy and Cess and Diana. And if any of my other viewers live in Florida, let me know so I can put you on the prayer list, okay? For who new house? My friend Lourdes is going to Belize tomorrow. She says, I'm gonna go right in the middle of the hurricane. I said, girl, I wonder where you going. You getting rid of the cart? Huh? Thursday? Yeah, tomorrow. It looks like everybody going tomorrow by the same plane. I'm right in the middle of the show with the spinach artichoke dip. I'm also doing something else to go along with the dip. So that show is going to be my vlog style show, the longer version where I leave everything in, even the mistakes, and the kids can come on camera and they can talk behind the camera and stuff like that. It's about, yeah, it's 11:30 right now. My stories are coming on, guys. My stories are coming on. Do you guys still watch soap operas? When we first came to this country, you know, when we lived in Belize, when I was growing up in Belize, and when we left, TV wasn't in Belize yet. It was just radio. So we knew that there was Dr. Paul on the radio and Portia Faces Life. Dr. Paul came on at night. I want to think it was every night. I think it was every night. It came on like around 8 o'clock for about a half hour, and my Aunt Grace was glued to the radio like that. And then Portia Faces Life would come on in the afternoon when we were going home for dinner, because we would leave at 11:30 from school to go home and actually eat dinner, and then we'd get back to school for 1 o'clock until about 3:30 or 4. And then when we got home, it was more like a lunch maybe, or a snacky type thing. It was more like Vienna sausage with soda biscuits or soda crackers, which is like saltine crackers, and the Milo or tea or coffee or whatever. So anywho, why did I digress into that? Oh, we didn't have soap operas. except for them two on the radio. So when we got here, we didn't know what a soap opera was. So we couldn't get into school right away. We were in Florida. So my mom would leave us at home, and she and my dad would go to work. And we kind of had to stay quiet in the apartment because we didn't want nobody to ask why we weren't in school. So we started watching TV. My dad's friend gave us a TV, and we started watching TV. So my mom came home one day and she goes, "What are you guys watching on TV when I'm gone?" And so we said, "Oh my God, we're watching this show that comes on every day, and it's with this vampire that goes around and he's just like, you know, biting people and blah, 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 blah. And then we're watching this other show where this guy's going around strangling women with pantyhose." And she goes, "What the hell are they watching?" And so then we told her what the names were. Dark Shadows was the one with the vampire, and Days of Our Lives was the one with the guy killing. It was Jake Kosicek when he was going around killing. My mom was like, "Oh my God, Dee," that's what she called my dad. "These kids are watching soap operas. I don't want these kids to get hooked on soap operas." So shortly after that, we got into school, and I don't think we messed around with the soap operas again until we left Florida. We were going to live in San Antonio, Texas first, and we were staying with my Aunt Jenny, who lived there at the time. She was hooked on Young and the Restless, and she was also hooked on Guiding Light. Those were CBS soaps. And so for the month that we stayed with her, I got hooked on those soap operas, okay? Guiding Light was my thing. I mean, even when I was delivering Jada, Guiding Light was on in the room when I was delivering her. And at that time, the O.J. Simpson case was on, and they would take off Guiding Light. Guiding Light used to come on at 2 o'clock in the evening. They moved it from 2 to 9 in the morning because the O.J. Simpson case would start like around 10 and go all day till like 5 o'clock. And so they switched it around so we could still see our soaps. So of course Jada was born at 10:41 in the morning. So Guiding Light was on in the room when I was delivering Jada, you know, before they took me to the actual delivery room. So I got hooked on 2 CBS soaps. It was Young and the Restless would start at 11, from 11 to noon. And then I would switch to NBC or Channel 4 for us here in California to watch Days of Our Lives. I got hooked back on Days again. And then 1 o'clock was Another World, and then 2 o'clock was Guiding Light back on Channel 2. That was my lineup. So when we opened the shop back in 2002, I think they were still all on. But when I would turn the TV on behind the machine, the TV in the office actually controlled, you know, because the box controlled out there, because it was just, you know, we were just jumping the cable wires. And so Joe couldn't leave what he was doing on the machine to go switch it to Channel 4 at noon and then go back and switch it back to Channel 2 at 2 o'clock. So he's like, "I can't do all this." So I just got stuck on whatever was on Channel 2. So when Young and the Restless started, it was that, and then it was what's the thing, Bold and the Beautiful, and I never went back to Days. And then Another World went off the air, and I think Guiding Light went off the air. And so I'm just stuck with Young and the Restless and Bold and the Beautiful. But I say stuck loosely because I'm really not, because I can walk away from it. If I have to go out, I don't have to see it. I can miss, you know, 1 week, 2 weeks, and then still get caught up. I can always call my cousin Effie and ask her what's going on in it. And if they take me off, especially on Bold and the Beautiful, when they take the storylines in stupid type of ways, I just shut it off and go watch something else. I wouldn't say that I was hooked anymore. So anyways, Joe's out checking out cars at the auction. Joy went to work early today because it's Wednesday. It's minimum day for the kids in the regular school. So being that he's in the after school program, he pretty much has to go early on Wednesdays, and we were dying for him to leave because he was right in the way. So Jada went to go visit Lois. She helped me record the first part of the show. So now I'm doing stuff on the camera stand, on the tripod, you know, to do the next part of the show that I'm doing. And then I think what I'll do is get up and go cook. Right now I'll go cook the thighs and the mac and cheese that I promised them today. And then that way that's out the way. Set the camera to charge some more. And then I can cool the house down at the end and finish up my show. So I don't know that I'll get a chance to do the next show that I really wanted to do today with the bacon. That's really short though. You know, it's a really short show. So maybe later Joshua will record me. I'll change my top or something. And you know, I only have like 4 or 5 bottoms that I use all the time for the show, right? And I just change my tops. And I'll rotate. This is the first time I'm using this top. You best believe I'm gonna rotate this around another time. I'll change my hairdo. I'll put in earrings or a necklace or something, and I'll just use this another time. You gotta do what you gotta do, okay? So I'm gonna go call my mom's friend, Miss Dorothy, to see if she's okay during this hurricane. I already called my brother. Diana, I have to give Diana a call. I mean, I got a bunch of you guys in Florida that I'm worried about, all right? So let me go do what I have to do. I'll be back.
Did Texas have hurricane when they voted for Trump?
Who did you say that to?
Dory this morning. Remember?
Oh, okay.
She's making. It's not a food
And
thing.
that's not true, you guys.
It's not a food thing.
That's
but
because of the location.
she's making some mac and cheese.
We need comfort food because let me tell you what happened. See, what happened was Joe was here in the morning getting ready to go to the auction. He had his cargo pants on. I said, you have everything. You have your computer. You have your thing to jump the battery. You got your phone. He says, yes. And he did this. And I always say, show me the receipts. And he goes, oh, wait, I'm going to move my phone out of this pocket with the computer because I don't want to lose it when I take the computer out. But he did not do it. So he got distracted. He left. He called from some security guard phone. Thank God I answer phone calls. Whenever my family's out this house, I will answer a random phone call because you can never tell if they're using somebody else's phone.
I don't. You're on your own if it ain't coming from your phone and I don't know the number.
And so I answered the phone call. He goes, you see my phone at the house? I said, oh God. Because Jory already told him if you lose your phone, you're dumb. Because if you break your phone, you're normal. But if you lose your phone, you're dumb, Daddy. Because don't nobody lose their phone.
I would rather break it than lose it.
Yeah. So he lost the phone. You see me sweating? I'm doing a show on this right here, right? Oh God, that thing came out good.
It's like nacho cheese, but like more to it.
It's better.
Yeah.
And then I have this bread. Let me whack you with this bread. And,
That's not good.
I ate way too much of that bread.
Me
I ate
too.
like 4 little slices of this. I gotta go see how many calories that is. Anyways, back to the story at hand.
Niggas-
8?
What?
What? Someone cut me a piece of bread. This is against the Geneva Republic. I got snitched on.
Geneva Convention.
She had to take pictures.
I got
Thank
snitched
you,
on.
Joshua.
It's not gonna be good if there's freaking
Thank you, Joshua.
Ritz crackers floating around in it.
Joshua,
There was
thank
no
you,
Ritz
Joshua.
crackers.
Cut it, Jay, cut it.
No.
No, cut it. You want it to look good still.
She's such a little savage.
Stop being a savage, Jay.
They say we're the boys, but we're a lot more dainty than my sister.
Okay.
So, anyways, Joshua's over there logging out of his auction account because they could log in and steal the stuff.
Or buy cars.
Buy cars under his name. He's logging out of his Facebook, his Twitter. Joe got all those things, but don't use it, okay? So then I remember that I'm logged into one of my YouTube channels on Joe's phone because I was going to go live on Joe's phone one day because his front camera is better. Joshua, you see me?
Mm-hmm.
You see me? Okay.
I'm eating some kind
I'll
of
be
like
like
half
on
here.
On me. So anyways, the hardest thing, Joshua, you going to see a double chin here.
Sorry.
The hardest thing to do is to change your YouTube password. We still haven't done it yet.
I don't know how to do it.
We figure, F it. If they're going to log into the YouTube channel, they're going to log into the YouTube channel. And you know what? Joshua! Let me put it on the stand because I'm going to be upset with this.
But it's blocked out. Fine. This is funny.
So,
I'll stop eating. I'm sorry. You gotta stop making good food.
okay.
That's your problem.
So we have not logged out of the YouTube. I don't know which channel I was logged into, if it was the vlog or the cooking. God, it was stress. So did we change his Facebook? We didn't change his Twitter.
I changed everything but Twitter.
Okay, so Jory just put the phone for Joe where he has a password to get in and fingerprint.
I did that.
You did that?
Yeah.
I don't remember who did it. Okay, you get your glory.
Calm down, killer.
So then Joshua took it off because Joe was like, it's hard to get into my phone.
And I don't blame him. That's why I don't have a password on mine either, because it's like,
Old people and technology.
I sympathize with him and it bit me in the butt. I'm sorry.
The only thing I praise God for is that we don't take no naked pictures, so there's no naked pictures to be had.
Yeah, that's how it
But
works.
my sister, when her husband lost his phone one time, she had her childbirth pictures
Oh.
on the phone. I said, ew, somebody gonna turn that back in, right?
Right? It's like, oh, well, I'm traumatized. Here's your phone back.
Well, I don't know who turned it in. I don't know where the lady found it, the security guard, but she called me, bless her heart, because we were tracking it. We don't froze it. I called AT&T. They gave me every number for Apple. I called a porn site. On
Yes,
numbers
they
they
gave her
gave
the-
me. I called
The second one
another
was. The
You
second
wanna
one
hear
was.
it? Wanna hear it?
Yeah.
No. What if it charges?
No, it's an 800 number.
Okay.
Where's the phone? Oh, you're using no. Where's the phone, Jada?
Oh.
Okay, this. Move Joshito. Get my phone. Y'all don't believe me?
I swear to God, if she ends up with a bill of $60 on the phone, I'm gonna be like, I told you.
That will be a funny
It's an 800
story.
number. AT&T gave it to me. I'm gonna make sure I charge them.
Be like, AT&T, you sent me to a porn number.
Right.
1-800-696-7466. Dial
That's where the porn
speaker.
Oh, hello. Yeah, that's right, baby. You've reached 1-800-696-SIN. And I'm a horny little slut.
Wow.
That's hilarious.
It wasn't even like, maybe it's not. It's like, it is.
She's like, let me I tell you what it is.
They wanted to know how I know. I know. The lady don't told me.
How do those things even make money nowadays? Like, the one,
And
who
it's
the
an
hell uses
800 number.
phones?
It's a toll-free number.
right,
And
I'll open
AT&T. See how many times I had to call AT&T? They gave me Samsung number at first. They gave me this number that led to something about cruises to take a survey.
Yeah, you had to
Then
take
they
a
gave me
survey on a cruise.
And they gave me this. This is the one I found out I got through to, and I met the nice lady Tammy in Houston, Texas. And she's like, honey, we can't track that phone once it's turned off unless you got a subpoena. She didn't say subpoena. She said subpoena.
Oh, so you can't do it when it's off, huh?
Yeah,
I guess
it's
it's
not
sim,
a
huh?
technician. It's not a technical thing. It's a legal thing.
Hmm.
And he goes, "Did he turn up dead?" She was funny though. She said, "Only if he done turned up dead." I said, "How you gonna turn up dead?" Well, you could turn up in a
Is that, he's not dead yet, but I'm working on it.
I wanted to tell her that, but she might have called the police.
Yeah, I know.
And so, anywho, the security guard called, and she said, "Could you describe the phone?" I said, "Oh God, what does this phone look like again? Is it silver? Is it pink?
I think it's like
don't know what it
gold,
is.
rose pink or whatever it's
It's
called.
one of them
Or it's
rose.
gold or
I
something.
said, wait. The case on the back is a guitar. She goes, yes, that's it. I said, ah! Hallelujah. Jada still has it locked though. He can't even use it when he gets it because Jada done locked the phone down. She's like, when they turn it on, we gonna see who it is. Like, I'm gonna go over there and go after the crook.
And
for
get a
this
shotgun
phone,
to
right?
your face.
They're gonna shoot me over an iPhone 5. Mm-mm.
Right? An old iPhone 5 is where you
Old
lose your
iPhone
life.
5. Nah.
When you die and go
So-
to heaven, how'd you die? I was trying to get back my iPhone 5.
Hey, you wanna come help me do some of this when we're done with the camera?
Nah.
Just grate some more and then start that roll.
I just kind of wanted to be done.
Okay, start the roll. Let's grate that one down.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll grade it, Mom. Don't worry.
Let me cook my food, guys. Joshua used to help me, so he won't put the camera down.
All right, everybody. Bye-bye. The great iPhone debacle is over.
I'm just done with the kitchen. I did make mac and cheese for dinner. Half a cup of the mac and cheese is like 200 and something calories, but less than the artichoke dip. The artichoke dip was like 230 something, I think. Anyways, it was less than that, so it was pretty cool. And half a cup turned out to be quite a bit. And we had a piece of chicken thigh and some veggies. So we went to the gym. When Joe went down there to pick up the phone, it was his phone. Thank you, Jesus. I'm so glad that we called AT&T right away and had them like freeze the phone so they couldn't use it. So whoever was gonna steal the phone, and I know they were gonna steal the phone because why else would you shut it off? If you're checking one of the cars right behind Joe and you see the phone in the car because it dropped out of his pocket or something, why not just, wait till you're finished with your routine and go turn it in? Because, the place is big. So I'm not expecting people to quit what they're doing and then go turn it in. But turn it in before you leave, right? And leave the phone on. The phone was on. So thank God the security called back and she's like, describe the phone. I'm like, the back has a guitar? And she's like, yes, that's it. So we still did not find out how to change our password for YouTube, and I was logged into my cooking channel on his phone, which is so friggin' scary because they could have, if they could have used the phone, they could have gone and done anything they wanted to do at my channel and delete videos, upload videos, do whatever they wanted to do. That would have had my thing hostage. So I'm not logging into Joe's phone anymore. We put back all the security safeguards that we had before, the code, the fingerprint, whatever. It's been a day. It's been such a stressful day for me that every part of my body hurts, like joint wise, and I know it's just stress. But I've set that aside, and I've been praying for everybody in the path of Irma. I was watching old videos of Hurricane Hattie that hit Belize in 1961 because Mommy just Mommy told horror stories of Hattie, and I've heard other Belizean people tell stories of Hattie, and I went to go watch the videos, and it was devastating. Especially for back then, So I'm praying for everybody. Sandra's parents are in the Virgin Islands. We're praying for them. Praying for all the people in Florida, all the people in the Caribbean, all the people in St. Martin. My God, did you guys see the images of that? Anyways, I don't want to leave you with sadness. We're going to trust God. We're going to have faith. We're going to believe that He will protect, all right? So thumbs up the video for me, comment, and I will see you guys again tomorrow night. Bye. Yeah, Daddy, in a kimono. ¿Qué tal, papá?